welcome back to Joe Santos Field here in Pueblo, Colorado for the 22nd annual Joe Santos Memorial Tournament. Second game of the day, the matchup between the Pueblo Bandits and the Kansas City Indios. One looks like it got away from the pitcher, Darian Kingfisher. His catcher, Andres Sandoval. Your batter, Roberto Sierra. That ball had some good movement towards the outside corner. A lot of spin on that ball. 1 ball, 1 strike on Sierra. Again, lots of movement. 2 balls, 1 strike for the Bandits' second baseman, Roberto Sierra. Takes a swing on that one. Brings the count to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ball misses inside. We got a full count. That ball is hit sharply through the shortstop's glove. And the speedy Sierra goes for second, called safe by umpire Crabtree. That brings up the right fielder, Pablo Figueiredo. And that gets by. Sierra takes third. Got Jerry Santos, base coach and third base. Sean Vanderwall, first base coach. Off speed pitch called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike on Figueiredo. It's fouled off into the Bessemer Park swimming pool. Some more balls. Does Jerry still have it?
Jerry's calling this in. Hold on, they're throwing them in right there. Jay just threw in, he's got 2 balls right there.
Kingfisher, the pitcher, puts a lot of spin on that ball. This is Pablo Figueiredo, the full count. Roberto Sierra on third base, looking to score. And that's left up high for ball 4. We got runners on first and third with the big hitting Nestor Nova, Bandits shortstop. Takes a big swing. That fastball from Darian Kingfisher. Ball low. Figueroa is going to take second on that pass ball. So we have Sierra at third base. Figueroa at second. Nestor Nova, the 1-1 count. Called strike 2. Nova does not like that call. Ball up high, narrowly missing Luciano's camera, which is located inside the field on the fence. Luciano wants to make sure he gives his audience the best angles possible while sacrificing his cameras. 2-2 pitch misses outside, fills up the count. 3-2 for Nestor Nova with runners in scoring position. And that misses outside as Nova draws a walk. Loading up the bases for the cleanup hitter, Alex Del Valle. So the Bandits starting up fast, loading up the bases, the top of the first inning with no outs. And the catcher, Del Valle, at bat. Del Valle fouls that off the backstop. Balls. Got a double play as Sierra is thrown out at home. And Del Valle caught at first. For a 1-2-3 double play. Got Yoel Damata. It's that one in play. Fallon in play. And that's caught for out number 3. So Darian Kingfisher is able to get out of bases loaded jam, giving up no runs and shutting down the Pueblo Bandits in the top of the first inning. We'll take a short break and come back as the Indios take their at-bats in the bottom of the first inning here in Pueblo, Colorado. Pueblo Colorado, the Joe Santos Memorial Fastball Tournament. Here in the bottom of the first inning, the Kansas City Indios batting against the Pueblo Bandits. Got Malvin Batista on the mound. His catcher, Alex Del Valle, and Rico Garcia up to bat for the KC Indios. That ball catches the outside corner for strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike on Garcia. Batista catches that outside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Garcia goes down looking as he questions the zone for umpire Richie Jimenez. He is partnering up with Mr. Crabtree, the on-field umpire. Batista takes something off of that. It's called strike on Aaron Hammond, number 21, third baseman for the Kansas City Indios. That misses a bit high and outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Called strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Aaron Hammond. And that one, Del Valle kind of lined up outside. Looks like Batista might have missed his spot just a tad as it came more in the inner half. And that's a swing and a miss by Aaron Hammond. So Batista starts off the game with 2 straight strikeouts. And that brings up number 17, Bubba Ramirez. Called strike on Ramirez. Ramirez can't hold back the swing. Falls to an 0-2 count. Batista just missed it on the outside corner. 72 miles per hour. 1 ball, 2 strikes for Bubba Ramirez. Swing and a miss for Bubba Ramirez, so Batista makes quick work of the top half, or the top 3 hitters for the KC Indios, having 3 strikeouts
I don't understand.
to end that first inning, and we're tied up still, 0-0. We'll take a quick break and come back here to Pueblo, Colorado.
The first
We're back here at the Joe Santos Memorial Fastball Tournament at the top of the second inning. Prischker up to bat. Off-speed pitch, catches Prischker. Darian Kingfisher, the pitcher. His catcher, Andres Sandoval. Prischker checks his swing, shakes his head. I didn't go.
He's all Jordaned out.
Oh, and Edgar thinks that was outside.
Edgar, Caco, Papo.
Prischker takes a swing at that for out number one. That brings up Mario Ducey. Ducey takes a big swing on that first pitch. That just gets by the catcher Sandoval. Ducey with a home run in last night's game. That one on the strike zone, catcher missed just a tad. It's a ground ball, bobbled by the first baseman. Ducey gets by, checks the fence, sees that the ball is there, so he takes on to second base. So Ducey on second base brings up Kalis Mack. So for the second straight inning, Bandits have a runner in scoring position.
A lot of noise and no movement.
Nice pitch by Kingfisher. Kind of puts, exactly. That's fouled off by Mack. That's fouled off towards the beer garden. That's hit into center field. Center field is able to get under it. And Mario Ducey tags to third. That ball's tracked down by Luke Ramirez in center field for out number two. That brings up center fielder Caleb Roberts. It's an opportunity to get an RBI here with Mario Ducey on third base. It's a nice pitch that moves just a bit outside. It's a ground ball to the shortstop. Gets by him. It's an error on the shortstop there. And Caleb Roberts hits in the first run of the game. So he just kind of caught him in between hops there. Kalis Mack on first base. Sorry. I don't know why he's calling. It's Caleb Roberts on first base with the leadoff hitter, Roberto Sierra, taking a swing at that one for strike one. Andres and Darian want to talk it out with 2 outs in the top of the second inning. Bandits on the board now, 1-0. Another nice pitch by Kingfisher. Puts a lot of spin on the ball. And I have a great angle to see that movement. Looks like we had a hit and run there. Caleb safe at second. I think Coach Jerry Santos might have had the hit and run on there. So Ruben picks up a single. And Caleb Roberts at second base. And you got Pablo Figueroa. Ball misses outside. Pablo picked up a walk in the first inning and was left stranded on third base. That ball's called strike. Don't know what the strike zone catcher would say. And that looked to miss a tad low and away. And that ball cannot be dug out of the dirt by Sandoval. So Sierra moves to second, Caleb Roberts to third. And the Bandits are back in action with runners in scoring position with a 1-run lead. Score is 1-0. Bandits over the Indios so far. And that misses up out of the zone to load up the bases. Brings up shortstop Nestor Nova, who was very well able to clear the bases with just one swing. Looks that ball outside for a strike. Another nice pitch by Darian Kingfisher. Bases loaded, 2 outs, top of the second inning. Delivery to Nova. Nova just gets under that a tad and fouls that out of play. No balls, 2 strikes on the shortstop, Nestor Nova. Nova stays alive gets a piece of that. Still with the 0-2 count. 2 outs, bases loaded. A big opportunity here for the Bandits. And Nova again stays alive. A little bit surprised with the 0-2 count that Kingfisher isn't throwing something more out of the zone. See if he could get Nova chasing. I realize they don't want to pass ball, but 0-2 count, it's a good time to do that. And there it is, up high, catches Nova chasing, and Kingfisher gets out of another bases loaded jam. 2 innings in a row, bases loaded, and he works his way out of it. But after the top of the second, Bandits on the board, up ahead 1-0. We'll take a quick break, come back for the bottom half. The Indios coming up to bat. We'll be right back.
You're a true friend. You make everybody feel important. You show up through thick and thin. I'm Jay Rickstrew with Alpine Bank. At Alpine Bank, when you walk into a branch, you'll be greeted with friendly hello and with a warm smile. Because the best way to build trust is by caring. We care about our customers, our employees, and our communities. We care about you.
Welcome back to the Joe Santos Memorial Fastball Tournament in its 22nd year here in Pueblo, Colorado. We're here in the bottom half of the second inning with Andres Sandoval, the catcher, batting. Batista pitching, misses that a tad outside. That one sharply hit in the gap. Sandoval thinks about taking 2, but changes his mind as Yoel Damata is ready to fire away. We got our DR running for the catcher, Andres Sandoval, who picks up the first hit of the game for the KC Indios. And that brings us to Manuel Talavera Jr., who looks at strike 1. That one's fouled off the backstop. It's down in the count. No balls, 2 strikes for Talavera Jr. Ooh, hell of a pitch. That had massive movement. And Alex Del Valle able to handle that big pitch, which catches that outside corner. We have Tyler Carlton to bat. Kansas City Indios from Kansas City, Kansas have been playing since 1975, 51 years. That ball's hit to Nova, and a 6-4-3 double play takes care of the side. After the leadoff hit by Sandoval, Carlton hits into that double play. We'll take a quick break as we move on to the top of the third here in Pueblo, Colorado. We'll be right back. We're back, top half the third inning here at the Joe Santos Memorial Fastball Tournament. Got a tight game here, with the Bandits holding on to a 1-run lead. 1-0 here, top of the third inning. Got Darian Kingfisher on the mound. His catcher Andres Sandoval with Alex Del Valle up to bat. Del Valle pulls that down the third baseline, foul. Ball comes in, called strike 2. Just a tad low.
All I have is new.
Swing and a miss as Del Valle goes down swinging for out number 1. Brings up Yoel De Mata. Ball inside. A little too close for comfort for Yoel. Yoel takes a big hack at that one. It's a big sigh after that swing. Yoel flew out foul to the third baseman, his last at bat. That ball moves to the outside corner as Yoel verbally says, "Nah, I didn't go." Yoel, a very vocal player when he's at bat. Kingfisher with the pitch. Loses grip on that one. Got a full count.
The old bullet to employ.
That ball is smoked in the 5-6 gap for Demota's first hit of the game. And that brings up the big left-handed batter in Edgar Prishker. Prishker did not like that call. Thought that was a bit outside. Check swing, check to Crabtree, and he said, no swing. So we have a 1-1 count on the designated player, Edgar Prishker. Who looks that one away outside. Misses high and inside. 3 balls, 1 strike for Prishker with Demata on second base, looking to score. And that's fouled off. Can't repeat that one from Prishker. See what that one hit on the strike tracker.
Strike. Too low.
That seems to have missed. So Prishker takes the strikeout for out number 2, and that brings up third baseman Mario Ducey. Ducey with a single his last at bat and scored the only run of the game so far. Ducey takes a swing. That outside pitch. It's a good look at Darian Kingfisher. 0-2 for Ducey. Lays off of that one. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ducey takes a hack at that outside pitch for out number 3. So, Bandits unable to capitalize with the runner in scoring position. Leaves Figueroa at second base. We'll be back with the bottom half of the 3rd inning after this quick break. in Pueblo, Colorado at the Joe Santos Memorial Fastball Tournament. We're here in the bottom of the third inning with Kelly Freed, who takes that first pitch for a strike. It's a ground ball to Nova, who gets by him. So we have Kelly Freed on first base with the right fielder, big Derek Truitt. Paul misses outside. Just under 30 minutes on the game clock in the bottom of the third inning. Batista misses low on that one. And that's fouled off the right side. Just a bit behind it. Smart of the on-deck batter on the opposite side, Luke Ramirez. Nice pitch by Melvin Batista. Called strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes on the batter. That's a ground ball. It's going to get through. Ball cut off by Nova at 2. Moving Kelly Freed to third base. And a hot single by Derek Truitt. That brings up center fielder Luke Ramirez. Ramirez just a bit behind that one. No balls, 2 strikes. Batista throws that one a little bit out of the zone, trying to get Ramirez to chase that one. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runners at first and third. And that ball's called strike 3 for out number 1. That brings Kansas City Indios to top of the lineup with Rico Garcia. That ball is just out of reach for the first baseman, Kalis Mack. Going back to the Kansas City Indios, who have been playing for 51 years. The person that came up with the name is their Tio, Andy Garcia. Some team accomplishments is multiple titles, wood bat, national title in Albuquerque, New Mexico. The Kansas City Indios, La Familia Garcia, very proud team established in 1975. We're happy to have him here at the Joe Santos Memorial Tournament. Garcia, line drive over the shortstop, drives in Kelly Freed. Derek Truitt moves over to second base. And the Indios have just tied the ball game up with 1 out and runners on first and second. Got the corners playing inside the bag, protecting the bunt for good reason, because Aaron Hammond showed the bunt. It was called strike as he pulled away. It's fouled off the right side. No balls, 2 strikes. And that'll probably move the corners back to normal playing position, as Hammond is probably no threat to bunting with 2 strikes. The ball, tons of movement. Called strike 3 on Aaron Hammond. It's his second strikeout of the game. And that brings up the 3-hole hitter, Bubba Ramirez. And Ramirez with an opportunity, runner on first and second, to take the lead here against the Pueblo Bandits. That ball misses just a bit high. 48-mile-per-hour off-speed pitch. Ball fouled off, nearly catching Sandoval, the catcher, on deck. 1 ball, 1 strike on Bubba Ramirez. That's fumbled by Nova, who misses it, chases down the ball in fear that Truitt might be headed home. But now we have bases loaded.
Uncharacteristic of this team. Maybe the early game.
True. That brings up cleanup hitter Andres Sandoval, who had a single his last at bat. So he steps in the box with a big opportunity for the Kansas City Indios to take the lead. 71-mile-per-hour pitch by Melvin Batista, called strike. Got a 1-1 ball game here in the bottom of the 3rd inning in Pueblo, Colorado. As Andres lays off of that pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike. And that's fouled off, keeping Andres alive. Got some action in the bullpen here in left field. Humberto Valdez is warming up on the left field side. Might have a pitching change, possibly next inning. I feel like Batista, his stuff is working well for him as he strikes out Sandoval for out number 3. So the Indios are on the board and tie up the game here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. We move on to the 4th inning as Kalis Mack will take his second at bat of the game. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back. We're back here in a tie ball game at the Joe Santos Memorial Fastball Tournament. The visiting team, Pueblo Bandits. Up to bat, we have Kalis Mack, who starts off the inning with the base hit over the second baseman. So that's the kind of start that Coach Jerry Santos would prefer. Just over the glove of second baseman Bubba Ramirez. So we got Kalis Mack on first base with the 9-hole batter Caleb Roberts, who shows bunt and lays it down. That's going to be trouble. And he does get him at first base, but that moves over the go-ahead run of Kalis Mack to second base. I think the Bandits were truly just looking to move Mack over to second, but that actually had a chance to get Caleb his second hit of the game. Our leadoff hitter, Roberto Sierra, who will waste no time on that one either, but a diving catch by the right fielder, Derek Truitt, for out number 2. That one, hard to tell if he cuffed that or not. We have right fielder Pablo Figueiredo, who has drawn 2 walks so far today. Misses outside. Mack double checking to see if that got by Sandoval. It did not, so he retreated back to second base. A runner in scoring position with 2 outs in the top of the 4th inning. Off-speed pitch. And Pablo was not fooled on that one. Mack takes a huge lead just in case. We got a 3-0 count for Pablo Figueiredo. And Pablo draws the walk. That brings up shortstop Nestor Nova. Has a walk and a strikeout so far today. And that ball misses inside. That ball gets through the shortstop. And Figueiredo comes in as Nestor Nova comes through with an RBI single that brought in Kalis Mack. Figueiredo moves to third and Nova to second. So the Bandits take the lead in the top of the 4th inning with 15.5 minutes remaining on the score clock. And Alex Del Valle, the cleanup hitter, has a big chance here to add 2 more to this 1-run lead. Whoa! Yoel DeMata takes off on that pass ball, loses his balance a tad, and rolls into the backstop. But that adds to the lead. Bandits have a 3-1 lead now. Nova moves over to third base as Alex Del Valle has a 1-0 count. So Del Valle up to bat with 2 outs. High fly ball. Rico Garcia able to get under it and avoid giving up another run to the Bandits. But the Bandits jump on that quick and pick up 2 more runs to take a 3-1 lead, moving into the bottom of the 4th inning here at Joe Santos Field. We'll be right back.
You're a true friend. You make everybody feel important. You show up through thick and thin. I'm Jay Rickstrew with Alpine Bank. At Alpine Bank, when you walk into a branch, you'll be greeted with friendly hello and with a warm smile. Because the best way to build trust is by caring. We care about our customers, our employees, and our communities. We care about you.
Back here in Pueblo, Colorado, where Manuel Talavera Jr. just grounded out for the first out of the inning. That brings up number 25, Tyler Carlton. Kansas City Indios trail the Bandits 3-1 here in the bottom of the 4th inning. We're at 11 minutes left on the game clock. Fouled off just a bit behind that ball. So Malvin Batista still out there for the Bandits, holding on to a 3-1 lead. We did see some action in the bullpen. Humberto Valdez out there, but they did not bring him in. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Tyler Carlton. Carlton stays alive, fouling that off. Tyler hit into a 6-4-3 double play, his first at bat. Ball misses just a bit high. But still, Batista, some good movement on his pitches. Ground ball eaten up by Mario Ducey. And Gets it there in time for out number 2. We have Kelly Freed, the designated player, up to bat. Kelly had a single his first at bat and scored the only Indios run thus far. And that one's called strike inside. Big swing for Kelly Freed. Ooh, that's a good pitch to shut down the inning. So Batista makes easy work of the Indios in the bottom half of the 4th inning. With 8 minutes left in the game, the Bandits will come back at the top of the 5th inning. We'll be back after this quick commercial break. Welcome back to Pueblo, Colorado for the Joe Santos Memorial Tournament in its 22nd year. We have a good one here with Kansas City Indios and the Pueblo Bandits. And so Damata gets himself a single and brings up Edgar Prischker, who has 2 strikeouts today, which is not usual for the designated player. Prischker had a good tournament last year in the Joe Santos tournament. And that ball's hit to center field and caught. And Damata playing games at first base, but he decides to hold. That brings up Mario Ducey, left-handed third baseman for the Pueblo Bandits. Takes a big swing at that one for strike 1. Ducey with the 0-1 count with 1 out. And Damata on first base. Ducey says that's a little high. Ducey lays off the outside pitch delivered by the big Darian Kingfisher, who's throwing a really good game today. Has good command of his pitches. Just like that. And Ducey goes down swinging on an off-speed pitch, 52-mile-an-hour changeup from Darian Kingfisher. Now we have Kalis Mack, who scored the last inning, looking to add to that Bandits lead. Another nice pitch by Kingfisher.
Castro concrete.
That one gets away from Kingfisher. And so Yoel D'Amata moves on to second base. Ball misses for a ball. That ball gets away from Sandoval, but he's able to track it down, holding D'Amata at second base. Three and one for Kalis Mack. And that's a base hit in between third and short. D'Amata loses his footing, rounding third, enabling him to advance and score. But Mack picks up a single.
Okay, we got a sub.
And that brings up Isaac Nanez, hitting for Caleb Roberts. Got it. So Isaac Nanez gets his first at-bat of the game. Called ball.
He's one of his brother. We used to play with his brother in Denver. His name is Rodney. Passed away years ago.
Wow. So Nanez swings and misses, but D'Amata takes advantage of that pass ball to come in and bring in the fourth run of the ball game for the Bandits. He swung on that one.
Wasn't a foul ball.
Huh?
Questioning if it was a foul ball.
I think he's questioning if he swung or not.
They're yelling foul ball.
Oh. So the umpires confer to discuss that last play. Two-0 count. Thought I saw him swing on that. That last play was a swing.
Yeah. How about that should be one and
We have a
21, yeah. That's what I said, the swing there, and then the two balls. The first pitch was a ball, because it caught him off balance. And the next pitch was a ball, then he did that swing. Well, they said it was a foul ball, but it wasn't. Well, that's a swing.
It's a big swing for Nanez. Inez is able to foul that off, keep his at bat alive.
So we should have 5 runs, right? Or 4 runs. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 5th one here.
4-1.
Got it. Got it.
And Inez goes down swinging in the top half of the 5th inning. We will finish this one out when we come back in the bottom half of the 5th with Indios trailing 4-1. We'll be right back.
You're a true friend. You make everybody feel important. You show up through thick and thin. I'm Jay Rickstrew with Alpine Bank. At Alpine Bank, when you walk into a branch, you'll be greeted with friendly hello and with a warm smile. Because the best way to build trust is by caring. We care about our customers, our employees, and our communities. We care about you.
And we're back here in Pueblo, Colorado for the bottom half of the 5th inning. This will be it, unless the Indios tie it. If they take the lead, that's the win for the Indios. But they're trailing 4-1. It's the visiting team, Pueblo Bandits. And the Indios are looking to start something off here. Called strike as Batista's stuff still working for him. Misses up high for big Derek Truitt, right fielder. Lays off that one. Two balls, 2 strikes. Fouls that one off. Hanging on. Derek Truitt, the right fielder. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Striking out. Truitt. Brings up center fielder Luke Ramirez. Luke struck out, looking his first at bat. As Nestor Nova and Mario Ducey have a chat with their pitcher. That off-speed pitch, 49 mile per hour spinner from Melvin Batista. 1 out, 9-hole hitter Luke Ramirez up to bat. Indios looking to score at least 3 here. Lays off that rise ball. Ramirez takes a big swing at that. Melvin Batista still looking fresh. Actually, both pitchers have thrown really good games, as Ramirez takes a swing at that for out number 2. So the Kansas City Indios are down to their final out, trailing 4-1 in the bottom of the 5th inning. Time has expired. Leadoff hitter Rico Garcia, who had a single his last at bat, and can't hold back from the check swing. That ball has great movement, 49 miles per hour. A swing and a miss, which ends the ball game. Pueblo Bandits 4, Kansas City Indios 1. Both teams, actually a great game. Pitchers did well. Want to take a quick break. We'll be back with our next game. Again, from Pueblo, Colorado at the Joe Santos Memorial Tournament.